Right, Friday, 18th of April, Good Friday. It's another back and hamstrings day with that one movement for chest just to top it up. Don't know what vlog this is going to go into, but just at least let them know in the day. Also going to be trying a new lat movement, so I want to film that. And deadlifts, continue the good times, the good feelings, the good vibes from it. That's going to be the key now. Let's get it. Oh. Oh. Yep. Oh. Yes, what it do? Saturday. Easter weekend. Saturday, Easter weekend. They're in for the usual upper. Mainly shoulders and arms focus. Top up on abs. And just one sort of lat movement. But yeah. And in here, obviously, a little later than usual. Good Friday. Yeah. More time with family and so on. So, a bit of a late night. So, I wanted to make sure I got at least some enough decent sleep to be able to crack on with this session as I need to. Very good vibe in, witness of the moment this morning. But yeah, we're ready to get into this one. Looking forward to getting into this one. Warm-ups, and then we'll crack on. Alright. Let's see if we can get these back up again, something respectable. Yes, Yahweh. Thank you for this opportunity, Lord. Oh. Yeah. Bank holiday Monday after Resurrection Day, Easter Sunday. Yeah, bit different because normally, obviously, I wouldn't be here on a Monday, as I would have PT clients and so on. But with most having a break today, I get to come to greatness, so which is quite cool. So get this left session in. Bit of a weird one. I've had a great weekend with family and loved ones, but I also did have a very annoying moment as well. All my fault, and yeah, it's playing on me, on my mind and everything. And yeah, so it's gonna be interesting how I manage this session because I am basically very angry emotionally. So see how we take on this session. Probably I need to keep this in check. Not the best of sleep last night as well. So again, don't need to do anything stupid, but we can still enjoy this lift. So yeah, this Easter weekend, that's nice little. I think we'll probably edit up this being the last session for this one. But yeah, let's get this lifted. Just real quick, want to touch on, again, with mindset when it comes to physique development, comes to competition prep in particular. I think a lot of reasons why coaches, really trying to focus on getting their clients to stay consistent and just really
just stay locked in on the process of what needs to be done in regards to getting to where they need to be. It is because of the simple fact that it really helps them to kind of like not get too caught up in their own thoughts, not get caught up in too many overwhelming things when, especially in life, a lot of things just start happening during your prep and all this. It really is just to help them stay out of the mindset where things are affecting them and then they just get caught up in it and then, yeah, they're just overwhelmed. Because when you're locked in the process and you literally just focus on that, other things are kind of like, they will happen, but you're just like, oh, well, it's another thing, but get this done, get that done. It really is the key to just helping you kind of like protect your own energy, your own aura, your own positivity, your own, just like your own light. Because when you start losing part of your own light, your own soul, you're just getting lost in things, that's when the negativity really just settles. It doesn't creep in, it settles. You just can't help but see the negativity in everything. To the point where something as little as, oh, you missed the train, it will set you off. And that's probably your whole day and week ruined. Locked in the process, miss the train, it's done. Oh well, next one. Do I miss a meal? What do I need to do? So it's just like, it's water off a duck's back almost. Because you're just like, I gotta move on. I got no choice, gotta move on anyways. The days are going, I gotta keep going with it. So yeah, just getting a bit more insight into the reason why people talk about trust the process, stay locked in, all this kind of stuff. Well, it really actually mostly is to protect your own energy, to protect your mindset, to help you keep moving forward.
WNBF, London Posing Workshop, about to commence. We have arrived at Warehouse Gym in Woking. We're really looking forward to this.
I'll basically introduce you all. First of all, thank you so much for coming, because these posing workshops are absolutely invaluable, and you'll get to know people that you'll most likely see at the events. Also, you get to get familiar with myself. Also, I'm Steph, to start with that. I'm the president of WNBF UK. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we're all about in a minute, but I've also got Joshua Conda here, who you can find out on Insta, who's been a resident judge of ours for the last 3 years.
3 now, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going on 3, yeah.
Also been in the natural bodybuilding industry with us, competing for a very long time. And, well, yeah, I mean, when's your first year?
First ever?
Yeah.
2015.
2015.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he has a very good understanding of the WNBF, what we're all about, and he will be one of the judges on the panel for the first timer novice and the supernaturals events as well. So, have we got people in the room that are signed up for the events? Have we got first timers, novice athletes? Hands up. Cool. And any supernaturals in here? Awesome. Great. So we've got a good split. And then a couple of people maybe on thinking about it or just here for a bit of learning. Great. Awesome. Thanks for coming. Yeah, we really appreciate that. So a lot of you, this is completely new. And to some people in the room, I'm looking at these two over here. You guys who have been on our WNBF stage before, you're a bit more experienced. Today is just literally about walls down, really informal, get to know, learn our posing styles. I run the posing for a lot of other federations.
Men's physique? Alright. So men's physique, yeah, you can obviously have a stance if you want there. Men's physique, good. Just tie it around. Just bring the arm there. There. And I want you to think about chest up. Good. That's it. Good start. Good. Of course you know what you're doing. Very good. Bodybuilder classic?
Classic.
Good. Good. So bodybuilding classic? Classic, okay. So first of all, shift your hips back a bit. Good. Bend your knees a little bit more. Bring your feet a little bit together. Okay. Now I want you to bring your chest up. Roll your shoulders back a bit. Now bring out there. Hold that there. Good. Bodybuilding classic? Good. So sit there. That's alright. If you can, think about opening up a bit. Roll your shoulders there. Good. Just sit there. Nice, you know what you're doing. Classic. Men's physique. Okay, so one hand on hip.
And you want both hips
Good.
facing
Yeah, nice.
facing forward. Perfect. Bodybuilding?
Bodybuilding, right? Front relax.
Perfect. So feet slightly close together. Take your core.
Good, you've done this before. Good. Bodybuilding?
Slightly
Yep.
towards the judges here.
Nice. We'll probably just work on engaging your lats a bit better, but nice, good. Nice physique. Bodybuilding, obviously. Well done. Good. Bodybuilding? Good. We're going to work on opening up your lats, but that's good. Nice, good.
We're now going to do our quarter turn to the right. You're always going clockwise, okay? So, quarter turn to the right, we're going to come round to the side, and we're going to come into our symmetry pose to the side. Classic physique, bodybuilding, figure, and fit body, you're emulating what I am doing. You are literally feet together, rotating round. Your nose should be
If your men's physique, you want one hand on the hip still, so you want to basically emulate what you were doing before. Which hand did you have on the hip? Yeah, put it on. Good. Now what you want to do is probably bring one foot behind it there, and then now you want to hold that and twist it round. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, trying to square up. Perfect. Awesome. Very good. Don't want to pinch this one too much. You want to show like a bit of a triangle there. So you want to try and, if you can, externally rotate the shoulder. So you're bringing it out this way. No, down, down, down. So I want you to do this. Relax it. There. Good. Yes. Bodybuilding. Good. Yep. Nice.
And you're going to then lift your chest high and imagine your thumbs and your elbows are sitting on top of
Yep, that's good. You can keep. You have to keep your heels. Keep it like that. Yeah. You can bring it out if you want. That's good. Just remember, hand on hip. That's it. And then bring one hand on hip. Good. Yeah. Men's physique. Make sure one hand's on the hip. You can't see that, but your hamstrings are engaged now. All right. Keep those hamstrings engaged.
Lovely. Good. From this position, cross the foot behind you and spin round. We're going to do an abs and try. So almost cross it behind you and use it to spin you around. So stay where you are. I'll show you. Any foot cross spin round.
And in there. Good.
Nice, right? You nearly got it. Okay. So which foot did you have this one?
So this one there.
So take that one there.
Alright.
Also, guys, don't be afraid when you're here. Turn around. You can literally set up the leg you want to show. There and then up. All right. Add a little bit of show to it, guys. You're classic. Good.
Now, if you want to in this position, you want to show a bit of flair and you want to take one hand off, you can do that. Yep. As long as we're seeing the abs, we're seeing the shape. Perfect.
And remember, guys, if you're not sure about vacuum or crunch down, whatever looks best for you. All right.
Yeah.
Don't think you have to do a vacuum. Okay.
If you can, we want to see it. If you can't, don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay. Classic pose of choice. What have we got? Very cool. Nice, cute. We have the classic flat spread on chest.
We'll do that.
These are all perfect examples.
So we can see a bit more.
Give
Good.
me another one.
Second shot.
Anyone going to go down? You can do the shots. You can do anyone.
Nice.
Yes.
Good. Nice, boys. Very good.
These are epic. This is what I want. Don't be afraid to play. Yeah? Do the 4 shots. This is fantastic. Very nice. Good. Lovely. Relax. Well done. Okay? So that is the key pointers. Asymmetrical. Heel of the hands together before you go back in a minute. Alright. Let's do some ladies.
Does anyone want the video?
Let's have a figure fit body.
You're the only one who didn't want it as well. That's all right.
Joshua, will you figure fit body?
All right, guys. Go through. Okay, number 1. Number 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Good. Just come this way a little bit more. Good. Angle it to her. Nice.
You're going to angle it. Now, when you first come on stage, you want to say, I relax. Powerful. Straight in. Show me that extreme, because that's what I want to see in your class.
This is your line, guys. All right. Come up a bit more. Good. Nice.
Good. From here, girls.
Nice.
I'm going to say something like, welcome to the stage, you're now being judged. Feet together, front relax. Bring your feet together, rotate your quads, lift, open. Good. So what you want to do is rest your delts.
So a lot of it is up there, all right? That's why you can't open up your lats, okay? So try and relax your traps, which is the back there, all right? Don't think about lifting your arms yet. From here, I want you to see if you can just raise your chest up. Good, all right? And keep this in front a bit. That's it, and then just slightly come out a bit. Good, all right? Much better, okay? Don't worry, your lats will come out, okay? Don't be freaked out, very good. And, yeah, they will. Just make sure you don't do this, all right? Because when you do this, they're not gonna come out, okay? Very good, very good. Very good. Nice.
Just keep your hands here a little bit. Right. So your hands just want to be outside your hips. Just a little bit. Good. So take quads. Nice. Okay. Quarter turn to your right from here. Yep, you can do many different ways.
So have this one slightly in front of them. Yeah, that's it. Good. There you go. Very good, very good. Good. Nice. It's good. It's very good. Yeah? That's it.
Just think of them as feathers at the end. That's it, lovely.
Very good. Nice. Great delts. Good.
Okay guys, quarter turn to the right. From here, off we go. We're just going to take a little step round and back. Heels together, heels slightly out. Rotate your quads.
So now opposite, you're now facing the back. You want to make sure those, yeah, good. If you can, roll this a bit this way. It opens up your back, good. But lift that chest up a bit, nice. Good. All right, so you got a slight lean there. I want you to bring it back a bit more to us. So no, not your shoulder, sorry. So hold this, but actually bring here at your hip, roll back a bit more, good. There we go. So there, very good. Good, very good. Nice.
I mean, we all know Chris Bumstead. He's classic for a reason. He could stand in bodybuilding, but his dimensions suit classic, and we're looking for the dimensions that suit classic. Yeah. So,
Sorry,
yeah, go for it, Josh. Yeah.
No, I think the main thing is you're probably just looking at, for example, are we looking at, oh, that person doesn't have striated glutes versus that person has striated glutes, or I can't see the hamstrings that well, this is that kind of thing. Number one, shape. All right, shape and structure. What do we mean by that? It is for bodybuilding, first of all, X with classic and X, but with some also balance and flair from top to bottom. Okay, so always remember, symmetry means if I cut you in half, how does that match upper and lower? But from the middle this way as well, side to side, how does it match? Okay, and that's for your frame. Then the second thing in regards to conditioning is 100% if there's someone there, the hamstrings, everything is detailed nicely and everything. However, they're not really presenting a classic shape and all that, then that might hurt that person. Vice versa, someone who has the shape, the structure and everything else, but it clearly looks like they're not really conditioned enough. We can't really see that conditioning to bring out the detail in the physique. It doesn't mean it has to be more conditioned than somebody else or whatever. It's still about you, but we can tell as judges the difference in regards to someone who needs a bit more and somebody who just needs more presentation from it as well. And this is what it boils down to in the day, which is why it's good to get some feedback if you do want it. If you want a bit more understanding and how things go from there. But we can't just tell you, go 100% condition, hold it back a bit. That's for you, your coach, whoever you're working with to try and decide basically for that on the day. That's why it's bodybuilding. We judge on the day what we're looking at. But I always say shape first, structure first.
And the thing is with something. That's wonderful. Great.
Back home now after the drive, and yeah, that is a wrap for the WNBF UK London posing workshop. Really was great fun. Just being around people who are literally full on locked into bodybuilding, ready to do this, and especially with natural bodybuilding, the community continues to grow, and I believe the standard is continuing to move up. I mean, the standard of like level of athletes has always been, at the top level, been amazing, but it's starting to whittle down a bit more where you can find some really great standard of physiques, like pro level like physiques at just the first timers, amateur level. It's starting to pop around now a bit more, and we got more numbers now, so that's why it just seems to look like it's growing, which is awesome. And this year it looks like it's about to go to a whole new level. So
really excited with that. It's really great to have Steph to invite me to come down to that and help out. It just felt like I said, it felt good, and I'm glad to be there. But yeah, that's it for this the double weekender. Yeah, the Easter weekend followed by this weekend with the posing workshop, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Next up, I think I'll put something together with when I'm catching up with my actual clients, my actual clients who compete. As we're starting to get close to season openers, over here and out across the pond up in America. Looking forward to having the team on all fronts, holding it down and absolutely representing. Yeah, showing out. Because yeah, that's the aim this year for the team. We really want to show out, show out, and let it be let it be known what we been working on. All right, that's it there. But yeah, take care and God bless, guys. Like, comment, share. Hit the subscribe button. Obviously, if you're enjoying this, let me know. Message me, hit me up. Anything you want me to be covering, or anything like that, what you're enjoying, let me know. And yeah. If you're going to bodybuilding shows, I'll probably likely see you this year. Let me know what you're doing as well. If you're competing, let me know which shows, everything. Excited for it, guys. And pray all is well with you. And you guys are having a blessed day, week that you're about to walk into, or you're already doing, month that you're already in, and the ones to come, and the whole year is absolutely magnificent. All right? Take care. God bless.
What to do, guys? Well into this week. So it's Wednesday, 30th of April. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, thought I'll just get this out. So that's what I'm noticing now is I'm doing more of my kind of like talks and just, yeah, maybe call it rants, whatever, on here. Put it on the YouTube more than on Instagram. Don't need to bore people on there. This is obviously more long form content, and yeah, you can probably, if you're digesting this, whatever I talk a lot, I'd probably prefer it on YouTube rather than Instagram. But yeah, a couple of things that come to mind. First one being, again, just a bit more insight into prep, especially for those who don't really, who've never really experienced something like it before, a competition prep, where you go into those stages getting a lot leaner than you've probably ever been before. Well, definitely will be. Just little things like noticing how changes in weather is going to affect you quite a lot. How your body is quite sensitive to a lot of things. Heat situations, when the sun, obviously you want sun, you're like, yeah, it's got the hot weather and this is that. But don't be surprised if things like where you start feeling dizzy, stuff like that start happening, If you're not hydrating well enough, again, you're going to notice that a bit more, that kind of thing. Obviously this might freak some people out who are new to this, but it's perfectly normal. You just got to be smart with it. Don't be doing silly things like being dehydrated and then going into the sauna as well, that kind of thing. And then also not hydrating after that and everything like that. You're just asking to just go through some weird times and tough times, basically. So be smart with your hydration and be smart with how you manage things. Another tip is especially steps. If you're someone who tries to knock out 10,000 steps in one go, as you get deeper into contest prep and you start doing that in the heat of summer, yeah, it's gonna be tough. You could probably faint on your walk if you're not careful. There are things like also sensitivity of skin. Some of you might not even notice it, but when you get into them leaning stages, you might notice that, my skin actually really is sensitive. In this time, bruises, easily to just get things like Raynaud's in regards to how your hands get feel like it's minus 20 degrees, even though it's actually 15 or 10, that kind of thing. All these little factors are always going to be things that don't freak out. Okay, you're not having some weird illness or some crazy virus, or or the prep is killing you. No, it's just obviously a lot happening hormonally, and obviously physiology. Your anatomy is going on through all sorts of things. Yeah, it's, again, like I said, if you're not used to it, you're not used to it. However, used to it is another key thing that you need to understand. You will adapt. With time, you will adapt. in that moment of freaking out and feeling the way you're feeling, guess what? Somehow you still adapt as well. All right. So yeah, this is the key thing here. Don't freak out. Don't freak out with this at all. All right. Other thing, awesome weekend with the posing workshop, WNBF posing workshop, and it was really cool meeting a lot of new faces, especially people who are new to bodybuilding. There'll be some first timers. There were a lot of first timers there on the day, and there'll be some first timers competing this year. And it's very interesting because it's weird how I can tell like these new athletes. I can tell the ones who've been exposed to a bit. I feel like the coach has done a bit in exposing them to what's about to come. And they've got an idea of what to do and what this is that. And even though they've not experienced it, they just somehow have an idea of what's coming. And also just the levels of where. So, like for example, most of them are 6 weeks out, and I can tell the ones who, they're on point with that 6 weeks out, and unfortunately some were not. And it just always makes me wonder, the levels of the ones who are working with a coach, it's like, how much is the coach really overseeing things and managing their process? Because like I said, it's quite clear, from what I can see, 6 weeks out, and I'm seeing their physique, and I'm like, yeah, and some like, oh yeah, got a bit here. And also just the fact that this might be your first posing session as well, 6 weeks out, and it's just a workshop. It's not even a 1-to-1, So yeah, it's quite key. Another one was seeing a lot of self-coached athletes, self-coached, but also, again, no exposure to this. So again, I'm really intrigued when people do self-coaching and they actually have no exposure to this. Just an FYI, some people might think I've been self-coaching all my life. No, I wasn't. All right, 2021 was my first prep where I self-coached, and that was my first prep being self-coached. However, guess what? That was actually my my fourth prep, my third competition prep, but my fourth ever prep in life. So it's like, again, talk to me about, you got to be able to have some exposure and experience in this game. You got to have the practical rather than just the educational or the case study or whatever you want to call it that, you go off, or the YouTube videos or whatever else someone else told you. So yeah, I don't know. I'd like to know people's thoughts on this. I'm not really for it. I'm like, on what basis? And it's not about to do well or whatever, even to learn. Even if you're just like, I want to collect data, I want to learn, this is that. You're going to learn better with someone who's got experience with it. This is that. Like I say it so many times, my clients are probably sick of me saying this, but the main benefit of you working with me is you're not going to do any of the mistakes I made. You're learning from all of my mistakes. And that's 15 plus years. That's not 15. Well, bodybuilding, actual competition wise, that is 10 plus years of mistakes you're going to learn from. And in regards to actual training, body composition, everything else, building muscle, fat loss, that's almost now 17 years, of mistakes you're going to learn from that you're not going to have to experience. You're not even going to have to see. You're not even going to have to know of. But I'll educate you on as well, because that's the other thing as well. I still educate my clients. Even though there's stuff they don't even get to experience, I still just educate them, so they understand of what might be going on. Because again, they might be wanting to use this not just for themselves, but others in future. So yeah, just a few things have been running through my head these past few days. Anyway, leg session about to go down. Shock, guess what? The sun has come out a bit. It's quite hot this week. It's quite nice. However, for some weird reason, I'm coming down with a cold again. Most definitely, my immune system is just terrible. I completely believe it's down to COVID. It has ruined my immune system. I am just, this is just now changing weather. I'm just gonna feel it. That's the way it is. But like I said, look, I'm used to this. I'm already managing things and all that kind of thing and all that stuff. But yeah, no excuses. We get in here. Let's do what we got to do. All right. The Lemsip has already been in pre-workout. Let's try and numb it so we can get this session done, and we'll deal with what's coming afterwards. But yeah, legs. Let's go.
Curious. Those of you who are keeping tabs on open bodybuilding, IFBB obviously, and classic physique, Pittsburgh Pro, Pit Power. I have a sneaky feeling Nick Walker might take it. I don't know if I have a clear favorite that I like or anything like that, but I don't know. It's just some weird thing about how Martin didn't beat him when Nick was off last year. It looks like Nick will be on this year. It looks like he's going to show up. Derek has always beaten Nick. However, I have a feeling that because Martin is going to be next to Derek as well, it exposes Derek, so it kind of helps out Nick. Just a weird thought. I know it's going to be very hard to judge. And yeah, really looking forward to it. But I just have a sneak feeling it's Nick, Derek, Martin. That's my top three. In regards to classic physique, I do believe Terrence has got this. However, Kaiki is my dark horse. Kaiki is my dark horse. On paper, it should be Terrence, then Josema. But I have a feeling Kaiki might be, well, definitely I think will be in that top three. And my big dark horse or surprise will be Anton. Anton, his IG is Anton Swole. I do not know how to pronounce his last name, so I'm not going to try and butcher it. But Anton, I have a feeling the young kid, there's some density on him that I don't think people expect, so that might be a surprise too. He might expose a few people. So yeah, I'm putting Antoine up there. I think he'll be in that first call out. But like I said, I just believe Terrence has enough. However, I don't think it's as clear cut as people are thinking. And yeah, Kaiki's I just want to see how he poses, and I want to see if the waist is in. Because he definitely has the legs, even though it came from men's physique. It looks like, and it's definitely going to be conditioned. I just don't know what the waist looks like. It might be another is it Eric Wilderberg, or how he says his last name again, the other Brazilian who switched up to classic physique. He just has a blocky waist. No matter how much the quads are up and everything. Another person's like Michael De Boer. I think that was the only thing stopping him from being a top 3 Olympian. Michael De Boer, just the waist, unfortunately. That's it, genetics. You can't really do anything about it. I don't think there's anything more he can keep building on the shoulders and quads to make that even more. That's just the taper. So yeah, just my thoughts. Anyway, back to this leg session.